Hey everybody, welcome back. I figured I'd go ahead and do a very small, quick little video of the new Pat McGrath collection. So I live here in the Netherlands and I went on to Douglas' website today and apparently the collection is already available for us, which I is really cool. I'm not buying it. But I figured I'd go ahead and show you guys what the collection entails. Three palettes and then I think four liquid eyeshadows is what we have available. And from the video on Pat McGrath Lab's Instagram, it looks like there's obviously probably lipstick, lip gloss, and maybe a blush and a highlighter, possibly maybe. But I figured I'd go ahead and show the eyeshadows, which I think are beautiful, and the liquid eyeshadows also, which are very, very beautiful. So let's go ahead and start with the first. So the first one is, I'll probably put it here or here somewhere. Iconic Infatuation, I believe. I'm just going off the top of my memory. And it looks like it's more of like these very dusty rose, a little bit more plum brown type of feel with some beautiful shimmers in it. And it's very more neutral, these three eyeshadow palettes that she's coming out with, which I'm actually really excited to see rather than these really colors, these vibrancies, which she has done. Even with her Mothership 10, she really brought it back down and toned it down a lot more, which is beautiful. And I think this one is going to be very complementary to a lot of the... Oh, it kind of looks like an extension or a complementary palette to Divine Rose. And also the... Oh, what is that one? Other one. The Eden, Secret Eden one. I always forget. It was the Divine Blush collection or extension of the Divine Rose 2 one with the pink. Always forget. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a very beautiful complementary palette to those, or even just to have this by itself as a very standalone. And yeah, I think it's gonna be very subtle, very wash color, but yeah, it looks like you could really amp it up with those dark browns. And I'm not too sure how dark those browns could get, but I'm pretty sure they could get pretty dark. So the second one is Sublime Seduction, I'm pretty sure. And this one is definitely more of warmer, as you can tell. Gosh, I need to get a haircut. Um, and it does remind me of the Sublime Mothership palette. Or the, oh gosh, what is the other holiday palette that had that orange in it? It was the Holiday Six Pan palette, Bronze Temptation, I think that palette was called. I'll probably put that one over here. But it had more of those very warm transition shades, that warm brown, and this kind of plays along with that, which is really beautiful. And it's just very not my cup of tea, but for the people who like more of those warm palettes, I could see them liking it very, very much. And obviously with the pops of shimmers, which is very beautiful. And I think this is just a continuation of playing off of that warm tone color story from the first Sublime Mothership palette. And I think these first three are kind of like almost like, I don't know, this kind of almost seems like it could also play along with what is it, Midnight Sun. And the first one seems like it could play a little bit more with the Mothership 10. I forgot what that one was called. And I feel like the third one could play along with the Subliminal. But it kind of seems like she's hitting more of the cool tones with a hint of more of those warms, which is really nice and really bring it more neutral for everybody, which is beautiful to do. So this one is the Velvet Liaison. And we don't have the swatches on the website for us, unfortunately. We have it of the other two, which is beautiful. But it seems like this one is purely more matte, or maybe matte with a satin or a sheen, maybe possibly. But I do think this is probably going to be a very beautiful palette to have for more of going back into the everyday, the neutrals, coming out from COVID, in all honesty, and then a lot more people really pulling back a lot more of those dramatic, bold colors. Nothing wrong with it, because even I still love those. But the reality of it, I think this is really catering to the broad audience of the people who really want those everyday type of colors, very neutral, hints of warms here and there. But it's just such a beautiful curation of color story, and I feel like they really cater to a continuation of a little bit of the Midnight Sun. Was it number 5, 6, Mothership 6? A little bit of 1 and 2, and then also the number 10 Mothership also, because you have more of these mattes and those neutrals, which will really help balance out the bold color stories in a lot of Motherships. But I really do like the fact that we are getting 3 again, because she did 3 for her first, I don't know if it was the first holiday release. I think the first holiday release, after she did the first 3 Motherships, then we had the 6-pan mini Motherships, and then the following holiday was the Mothership 6-pan again, and then after that was what, Divine Rose, or oh gosh, what was it called? Rose Decadence. But there was just only a single one. Then we got the 3 quads, Astral quads, and then the following holiday after that was 3 more quads. So it's kind of nice that she's going back to the number, or to bringing out 3 again, which is really phenomenal. But I think these 3 6-pan palettes are very beautiful, great for everyday, great for the audience who really want to do more of an everyday type of color. I mean, if you have those quads, you know they are very punchy, and those like have some bold colors. These will really help to balance that out. Some of the Motherships, if you feel like you're only wanting to use all Pat McGrath, then these will definitely really balance those transition shades out, those smoky dark colors, those browns and the warms, and these will really help to bring a lot more warmth to the eyeshadows color or the looks or whatever. But yeah, it's actually kind of nice. Also with this collection, there are 4 liquid eyeshadows. So let me go see what those are, and I'll show you what those are. So there are 4 liquid shadows. Divine Champagne, Luna Rose, Smoldering Temptation, I think, and Twilight something. So the Divine Champagne, obviously a champagne color. Luna Rose, obviously a rose color. Smoldering Temptation, I think, is kind of almost like a bronze, I believe is what the color was. Like, I'm literally just going off the top of my head, and I'm getting ready for work. And then the Twilight one is more of that smoky, dramatic, like almost like a one and done. Put it on, do it, go, good to go. And I'm curious to see if these can, obviously I would use these more of almost like an eyeshadow primer, so you have more of that shimmer in the background, and then you could add the astral shades on top, shadow toppers for more of those one and done. You can even put the mattes on there, use it as a base, and then work around it or whatever. So it's kind of cool that we are getting something a little bit more different. But it's just almost too late in the game. But obviously with Pat McGrath, her being a makeup artist and as creative as she is, I'm pretty sure these are going to be very, very beautiful and a very great addition to the eyeshadows that are already out there in her whole collection. I mean, I'm just curious if she will start going more into more bold colors with these, which I would like to see. Maybe a blue, or like a dark, or like a purple with a blue undertone. I would love to see that so much. But anyways, those are what we have in the Netherlands that's available, which is kind of odd. But I'm pretty sure there will be, like I said, lipstick, lip glosses. I'm hoping a new blush, maybe a duo blush, because I do like the duo blushes. Those are very beautiful. And I'm pretty sure a highlighter, or maybe a satin blush, a duo satin blush, or maybe some bronzers would be nice. I mean, to be honest, I use a lot of the brown eyeshadows as bronzers or contour from her palettes, because yeah, I already have enough bronzers to be honest. But that's the collection that we have, and I'm kind of curious to know your guys' thoughts, if you guys are really going to buy any more of these collections. Because for me, I mean, I'm going through my palette collection, and even after going through my Sephora collection, those Sephora Pro palettes, these are definitely like shades I have, to be honest. I kind of want one. The packaging is what it is for me, to be honest. But I figured I'd share that with you guys. I just saw that today on Douglas. But yeah, I'm curious to know if you guys are getting anything from this collection or what your thoughts are. So I will see you next video. Bye.